I'm gonna have some fun in New York City. I'm not gonna let this get me down. Okay?
I'm very confused. I don't know.
You're confused.
Something tells me that Darcey is gonna let this get her down. So this video is quite a throwback, but a lot of this is completely new to me because I never watched any of the moments that Darcey was on the show up until recently. Obviously, I know who she is because of that spin-off she has with her twin sister where they just run around getting plastic surgery every couple days, but I never really knew anything about when she was actually on 90 Day Fiancé, and I now realize I have missed out.
Do you remember what happened in Connecticut? The shoes you threw at me?
What shoes? No, I didn't throw any shoes.
Yes,
no,
you did.
You shoved me up the
You did because I got a trauma from that in Connecticut. You did.
In today's video, we are going to figure out how did we get to this point, and how will Jesse ever recover from the trauma of getting a Louis Vuitton shoe thrown in his general direction.
Because I got a trauma from that. It's very traumatic, actually. Wow.
So when these two first appeared on the show, Jesse was 24 years old and Darcey was 42. I know I probably say this a lot, but this one was pretty much a disaster right from the start, at least as far as we could tell from the show. When Darcey goes to visit him in the Netherlands for the first time, they're just never on the same page at all. Like in this clip, they're supposed to just be going on a nice bike ride together through the park, but Jesse must be trying to break a speedrun record or something because he will not wait up for her.
Come on, speed up, speed up.
Okay. I'm getting the hang of it, though. Uh-oh.
Go ahead of me. Come on, faster.
I'm coming.
Come on.
Babe, how the hell do you expect us to make it to nationals if you're going at this pace? God, I can't believe my girlfriend, who is 18 years older than me, is unable to keep the same pace on a bike.
One more round, come on.
Getting out of breath. I thought we were just gonna go for a bike ride. I didn't realize it was gonna be a full-on workout session. So,
You're crazy if you think Jesse's gonna go on some casual bike ride. If he's gonna do something, he's gonna do it 100%. Unless it comes to cutting a steak or anything involving a steak, it's not gonna go well.
I knew Jesse was a manly guy, but he's a little bit more of an alpha male than I expected.
All right, settle down. He got a trauma from a Louis Vuitton shoe. I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe that Darcey is able to whip a Louis Vuitton shoe hard enough to cause any sort of mental or physical trauma.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh,
Come on, babe. Finish me.
I can't do sharp turns. Shoot. Oh.
Careful. It's very traumatic, actually. Oh my God. I think her chaotic behavior is a cultural thing.
All right, I'm not saying Darcey doesn't have chaotic behavior, but it's funny that they show him saying that after she almost lost control of her bike and smashed into somebody else. Huh, it must be a cultural thing that she can't take sharp turns on a bike.
On the other hand, it could be that this is just her energy, like all over the place, stressed, you know?
Those are the two things that he says about her energy. She's all over the place and she's stressed all the time. That's just her energy. It's funny that he says that right here because in this case, all she's trying to do is just keep up with him on the bike, which is causing her to become flustered. Why do you have to race, Jesse? You can't just have a nice bike ride through the park with your girlfriend?
I want to go to the Diamond Museum.
The Diamond Museum, all right, we'll bike there.
Did I show you my ring that I got? My big rock?
No.
It's to symbolize our love.
Overall, I do think Jesse is the main problem in this relationship, but that doesn't mean everything Darcey does is just perfect all the time. One thing I noticed on the show is that she talks about marriage a lot. If they go somewhere and there's music playing and they're walking together, she'll be like, oh my God, it's like we're walking down the aisle. It seems like every time they went out somewhere, at one point she would bring up getting married or walking down the aisle or getting an engagement ring or having kids or something.
Yeah, I hope to have a proposal into the 6 weeks. And maybe we'll replace it one day with the real thing, babe.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
We should.
It's not really a hint so much as you just telling him that you want an engagement ring. And meanwhile, Jesse has made it clear that he's not trying to just rush into things, so that makes it a little bit awkward. She expects a proposal by the end of this trip, but I don't even think it's on Jesse's radar at the moment. I think he just wants to get to know her.
You know, we're still getting to know each other. And I don't want to rush in anything. Look at this, wow.
Do they ever have weddings here?
There it is again. So yeah, it seems like Darcey is ready to just jump into a marriage like right now, and Jesse is the complete opposite. Have they not talked about this at all? I don't understand. So the next clip we're going to look at is unbelievably awkward. Jesse brings Darcey to visit, I believe it's his stepfather and mother for the first time, and they really are not afraid to give their honest opinion.
What was your guys' opinion about, you know, me meeting an American girl?
And I have to be honest, I was not so happy with America. I was thinking, oh, they are not real, they aren't.
I missed the first thing she said, but did she say Americans aren't real? Is that what she said? Or does she mean that our faces aren't real?
I visualize a little boy.
Oh, yeah.
I'd already picked out names.
Oh, wow, yeah.
We have seen each other 4 days, and we're really planning about having kids. I just think mine?
So right when I heard that, I was like, all right, that's hilarious. I like this guy. Then about 2 seconds later, he said something else, and I was like, oh, never mind. This guy's an asshole. I wish I had the clip of it, but right after this, he says right in front of Darcey to Jesse that he's out of her league and that he can do a lot better than her and that she brings nothing to the table for him. And Jesse didn't even defend her at all. He was just like, yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I need to think about that. In my opinion, it should be over right then and there when Jesse refuses to defend Darcey in front of his own insanely rude family members. There's even a part after this where Darcey asks Jesse, what did your stepfather mean when he said that you're out of my league? And Jesse's response was, I don't know, babe, you'd have to ask him. What a nice guy. So in the next clip, Jesse introduces Darcey to one of his friends so that they can both get judged again by somebody else.
So you're really sure that's your love of your life?
Yeah.
That fast?
Yeah, I felt like that for a while now.
I love how she looks over to Jesse for approval, maybe because he doesn't feel the same way. Also, I just gotta say, the term love of your life has absolutely no meaning on the show whatsoever. They might as well just be asking, so this is the person you like for today, right? He's the love of my life for today. We'll see what happens for tomorrow.
Age, they say in America, age is just a number, nothing but a number. But it's, for me, I feel very youthful, young at heart, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure you're youthful at heart. That's definitely what it is. Or maybe you're just getting older and like everybody else, you don't want to. She claims to get plastic surgery to appear more youthful, but to be honest, I don't even know what age she's supposed to look like now. Can't tell if she's in her 40s trying to look like she's in her 60s or she's in her 70s trying to look like she's in her 30s. Either way, it's really creepy.
I think because of the age difference, people are like, this is a really strange connection. I don't understand the dynamic. It makes people wonder.
But I think at this stage in our relationship, we embrace that feedback, right?
I agree.
There you go. You see, she agrees. You guys are totally on the same page. The age difference may not have been that big of a problem, except that it becomes very clear that Darcey is quite insecure about the whole thing.
I don't know if he told you, I have two daughters, so.
And how was that for your girls? Because he can be their brother.
So Darcey has 2 daughters from a previous marriage, and I know everybody is probably like, dude, we know this. I watched Darcey and Stacy. You're just an amateur over here. I thought you knew what you were talking about. Turns out you don't know shit. But anyway, Jesse is closer in age to her daughters than he is to Darcey. I think Darcey becomes very uncomfortable when this fact is pointed out. All right, so next we're actually going to go back in time a little bit to when Darcey first landed in the airport. She decides it's a good idea to wear these high heels, which looks like they were just designed to be as much of a pain in the ass as possible. It seriously hurts just looking at this.
Oh, my shoes are stuck. Oh, great.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to wear high heels to the airport. I'm just saying. Legend says her shoe is still stuck in that escalator to this day.
How does that happen?
How does that happen, she asks. Well, it happens when you wear a contraption on your foot instead of a shoe. She literally broke the escalator. They had to have security come over and like figure out how to get rid of this shoe. This guy's taking pictures of it like it's a goddamn crime scene. All right, I'm not gonna lie. If one of these shoes was thrown at Jesse's head, then I can understand why he got a trauma from it. So she showed up in this other country with high heels on at the airport, broke the escalator, and now she's having a breakdown. And the funniest part is that Jesse shows up and he's just like, babe, why the hell are you wearing high heels? You're out of your mind. So the title of this next video is Darcey too drunk or is Jesse being unreasonable? And the answer is probably yes to both. She returns back to the apartment after having more than a few drinks, and Jesse acts like he's never even seen or heard of a drunk person before in his life.
You seem so off.
I'm good. That's my boy.
Yes, all right.
I love how he just awkwardly stares at her hand for a while. You could just feel the tension building.
How was your day?
Wow, my day was busy, but I miss you a lot. And
Yeah.
Why is this room so red? I can't see anything.
by the way, honey, I've been looking on my phone at the work, and I was checking out some dressers. You can hang all your things nicely. So
I want to live out a suitcase.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, make
Because
it match
can you
that.
let me finish, please?
That's a classic Jesse move right there. He stops talking and then somebody else starts talking and then he interrupts them to say, can you please let me finish, please? I wasn't done yet. Here, I'm going to play that again and pay attention very carefully. If you were in this position, if you were Darcey, would you think he's done talking right here? Because to me, it sounds like he's done.
I want to live out a suitcase.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, make
Because
it match
can you
that.
let me finish, please?
You were done, bro. You're just upset that she's drunk, so now you're finding an excuse to get angry.
What is with your attitude? Come on.
You're not my boss. You can't tell me what to do.
relax, all right?
Wait, what the hell? What do you mean, what's with her attitude? You're the one who gets all upset when she interrupted you, and she didn't even interrupt you, which, by the way, even if she did, people interrupt each other on accident all the time. Pretty obvious that she wasn't trying to interrupt you on purpose, and now you're just making her feel bad about it for no reason.
Did you have a glass of wine?
Yeah, absolutely. What's wrong with that? You all right?
This dude is so dramatic. She's obviously intoxicated, but he's going way over the top. If he does have a problem with her drinking, then they should have a discussion about it when she's sober.
She was looking at the ground, she was being all sassy.
Wow.
I was like, I'm looking at a different woman now.
Yeah, you're right. You're looking at a drunk woman now. Oh my God, she's being sassy and looking at the ground. Dude, you're being sassy. That interruption comment was ridiculous. It was needlessly hostile, and I think you know that.
Maybe for you, I don't know.
No,
For me,
there
there's
is
no
no
problem. Okay, if you want to make a problem, we can make a problem. You know, we can create some drama right now. I know you like that, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make some drama out of nothing, go ahead. It's more entertaining for us. So basically, this turns into a whole crazy, dramatic thing. Darcey takes off in the middle of the night, and Jesse doesn't know where she is, and it's this huge thing, and they're crying. I don't even know. So next, we're going to fast forward to when Jesse travels to the United States to visit with Darcey, and they stay in New York City. It's a little unfortunate because there are some good clips that I couldn't find, and I won't be able to show, and I don't know if me describing them is going to be as good, but I have to because it's so funny. So when they're on their way together from the airport to the hotel, Jesse is asking what, like, every building is. You know, he's pointing at. He's like, what's that? What's that? What's that? Darcey is like, I don't know. I think that's a museum or something. And he starts getting really frustrated that she doesn't know what all the buildings are, as if anyone knows what every building in New York City is. And then he actually gets angry and he's like, well, fine, I'll look it up later on my own if you don't know. And she's like, okay, if you want to research every building in New York City, feel free. I don't care. It was really strange because he had only been in America for like less than an hour or so. Like, dude, you have plenty of time to sightsee and to learn more. So now we're going to fast forward to the steak incident. Jesse and Darcey's daughters had met each other a couple times by this point, and now they were all going to have dinner together at Darcey's house. Dinner never seems to go well for these two. Something bad always happens at dinner. From the moment that Jesse is in New York City, it seems like every time they show them going out to dinner, someone ends up storming off before the food even arrives.
I'm hoping today goes better because my daughters are coming over for dinner. The kids really like, you know, pasta and chicken. You do baked potatoes or mashed potatoes?
I'm all good, babe. It's fine.
I just would like to have, you know, your input.
Make the list and we'll go.
All right, I kind of forget. Something must have been happening before this because he is way too annoyed about the fact that she's just asking for his input about what food they should eat for dinner. I think maybe he feels that she's treating him like a child, but a lot of the time on the show, it seems like he's just straight up annoyed at her presence.
Feels like you're a little closed off right now. And I just want you to be excited. This is kind of like, you know, a test to see what it would be like if we got married and lived together and stuff.
Judging by his body language, apparently it would suck.
Yeah, let's do it. Just no sassy attitude, please.
What did I do now?
Did I miss something? I forget. Maybe Darcey did something before this that I forgot about, but right now it just seems like he's being needlessly passive-aggressive. He loves to tell her not to be sassy in a very sassy way.
I just want to have a nice day.
Can I say
and
something?
experience that. Well, you like to say things a lot, and you like to bull a lot, so...
Jesse, what do you want to have for dinner tonight? I just want to have a nice night, all right? I don't want to argue. I don't want to have any of this. I just want to have a nice dinner.
Let's go.
I'm not going.
I'll go, because I'm going to feed my kids tonight.
Wonderful.
Beautiful, loving dinner.
I'm just gonna sit here on the porch.
Goodbye.
Good luck.
So Darcey wanted to see how this would go to find out how it would be like if they got married. So I guess what would happen is you guys would argue about what to eat, and then Jesse would go sit on the porch by himself.
Babe, stop being immature, okay? I know you're 24, but please. I'm not in the mood today. I want to get dinner ready for my kids. Too dramatic for me. It's very immature. I never been with a man like that.
All right, if Darcey is saying that you're too dramatic for her, then you must be pretty damn dramatic. She cries every 30 seconds about every little thing, and there were a few moments on this show where a normal person would cry in that situation, and it just didn't have as much of an impact because I've seen her cry so many times. All right, so now it is steak time, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to how intense the music is when this starts. They're cutting a steak. This is the most intense steak cutting music I've ever heard in my life.
You gotta cut it on a bias, babe. It stays juicy.
Honey.
I'm just helping you. We're doing this together, right? I've worked in restaurants, so okay.
I'm done.
So the stress of cutting a steak it gets to him. It's a little bit too much. She definitely does treat him a little bit too much like a child sometimes, but at the same time, if he's gonna act like a child, it doesn't really help his case.
Everything just spiraled out of control. Jesse just stormed out over cutting a steak. Not gonna look like a fool.
It's a little painful to hear that, knowing how Darcey's future relationships on this show go.
It's all good.
No, it's not all good. I am cooking a steak, and all you do is this.
That's exactly what just happened. You guys saw that, right? He was just trying to cook a steak and she walked up and went, "La, la, la," right in his ear. It was just, what the, it's just uncalled for.
You ruin everything.
Jesse, my children are here.
And I was very much bonding with the girls.
Can we just go eat dinner?
Did he say bonding or bombing? Seriously, dude, if her kids are here, then you should definitely just get over it. If you still have a problem with the way the steak was handled afterwards, then just talk to Darcey about it.
Like, you know what this means to me? Like, this is a big deal for me, man. And I'm, like, trying my best to open up and to be receptive as much as I can.
She told you how to cut a steak, and then you stormed out. What the hell are you talking about, dude? I was being receptive until she told me to cut the steak on a bias. Then that was the last straw.
Dinner's ready if you want to come in.
Oh, yes, thank you, Espen.
And you tell your mother, if she cuts my steak again, it's over.
Why aren't you eating?
Oh, I'm just, think it's, you know, I just want to enjoy here with you two guys and, you know.
If you want to enjoy the time there, then eat. You guys are sitting down to eat. Don't just stare at them creepily while they eat.
Mommy was
I
just
was
a little
cooking a
upset.
steak. You
I
wanted
get
to cut
it.
it for yourself,
No,
right?
because I didn't want to get
you
portrayed like, no,
yeah.
I didn't. No, I know how my kids like their steak.
Are y'all serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of you guys are acting like you're my age.
Oh, that is really funny. Both of her daughters have more common sense than either of them. Like, they're sitting here arguing over a steak. And this isn't even the last time the dude gets pissed about a steak. Another commentary channel that talks about 90 Day Fiancé, Kibbles, came up with pretty much the funniest title I've ever seen. You should definitely go check out that video if you want to see Jesse get angry at another steak. So yeah, shout out to Kibbles. She has a really good channel. I'll put the link for the video and her channel in the description. So last but not least, we must end where we began. Jesse wants to break up with Darcey, but he doesn't want to do it over the phone, so he flies to the United States just to break up with her. And then, unsurprisingly, a huge argument ensues.
Jesse, I know why you came here.
I know, you do
why
not
you
know.
came here.
I just want to have I can never have a good conversation with you.
Really? I can't really have a good conversation with you because you're constantly judging me.
No, I'm not. How am I judging you?
Yes, you
that
are.
you have a
Anything
drinking
with
problem.
it.
Oh, I love that. How am I judging you? That you have a drinking problem?
Don't have
Is
a drinking
being affected
problem.
by me.
Really? That's
Do you remember
funny.
what happened in
Guess
Connecticut?
what?
The shoes you threw at me?
What shoes? No, I didn't throw any
Remember?
shoes.
Yes,
no,
you
I
did.
You shoved me up the
You did because I got a trauma from that.
Damn, I really wish the shoe throwing incident was on camera. I would have loved to see how much he was exaggerating.
I didn't throw at
You
you.
did
I
throw
didn't
them at
throw.
me.
You shoved
You
me.
threw
so
them
why
at
don't
my
you-
head.
Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
All right?
All right, I'll see you in another life. Bye. Go demean the next woman
I
in
am
line.
mad at you. I am mad at you. Go have some drinks again.
And there you have it. If you've suffered this far into the video, then I really must commend you for it. Before I go though, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and also there is a 90 Day Fiancé video on my Patreon that you can't find here on YouTube. So if you are at all interested in finding out about Gino and Jasmine, you should head over there, and I will have more videos that are exclusive on there as well about 90 Day Fiancé. And some of them may be posted to YouTube eventually or turned into longer videos for YouTube, but if you want to see them early, then you can find that on Patreon. And very last but not least, I do have a Discord that you should consider joining if you really enjoy my videos. If you do consider any of that, I really appreciate it, but either way, I just want to say thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.
It's very traumatic, actually. Wow.